There's a house above the creek bed with the porch leaned to one side and a screen door that still hollers every time the wind walks by. Granddad died in late November. Frost laid white across the tin, left a Bible on the table and his coat still hanging in. Mama said, go clean the back room, take your brother, take your time. So we drove up past the sawmill where the kudzu crossed the line. There was dust on every picture, there were nails in coffee jars, there were feed store ticket stubs and a busted old guitar. Underneath the bedroom floorboards where the wood had pulled away, I found a rusted Maxwell house can wrapped in cloth and hid from day. It had folded grocery tickets, names I'd known since I was small. Widow Jane from up the holler, Billy's boy from near the falls. There were doctor bills and power bills marked paid in Granddad's hand. Little notes that just said covered with no thanks and no demand. I thought he never had much money, thought he barely made it through. But some folks leave their riches in the things they never prove. He kept his mercy quiet, never wrote it on a wall, never passed a plate for credit, never asked a soul to call. He just fixed what he could fix from a worn out kitchen drawer and left his whole heart folded in that coffee can beneath the floor. I remember Christmas mornings when he'd slip out before dawn. Said he had to check the furnace, said the pilot light was wrong. Now I know he carried boxes up the hill to Cedar Lane, left them sitting by the doorstep, then walked home through freezing rain. I remember Grandma fussing, boy, you'll give our last away. He'd just smile and stir his coffee, say we got enough today. There was one note folded deeper in a shaky, crooked line, said don't sell that old red tractor if the Jenkins need it sometime. Don't let Ruth go without firewood, don't let Ray get by alone. And if that boy comes asking questions, tell him this was never known. Then I saw my name wrote under where the paper had been torn. Teach him strength ain't what you carry, it's what you carry for. He kept his mercy quiet, never wrote it on a wall, never passed a plate for credit, never asked a soul to call. He just fixed what he could fix from a worn out kitchen drawer and left his whole heart folded in that coffee can beneath the floor. So I nailed the floorboards back down, left that coffee can in place, took one bill from Widow Jean's stack just to hold his kind of grace. I drove down to the hardware, bought some shingles, bought some nails, stopped by Ruth's with half a truck bed full of oak and split up rails. Mama asked me where I'd been to, I said just out making rounds, and I heard Granddad laughing somewhere in that porch light coming down. He kept his debts that won't be called. I just fix what I can fix when the hard times hit the door. And I learned how love still lives inside a coffee can beneath the floor. There's a house above the creek bed with the porch leaned to one side, and a screen door that still hollers like the old man never died.